All right, good morning, everybody. Okay, today I want to give us and show us another indicator that you can use to trade boom and crash. Now, this indicator you can use it for both anti-spike and for spike, but majorly, I think you have to look at what you prefer because I've realized that some people they don't understand proper risk management while trading. Despite that, they think an indicator is like a holy grail that should actually help them to make profit and not loss. So because of that, they over leverage on anything. In fact, if you have knowledge of price action, you don't even over leverage. Talk less of using indicator. All right. The only thing that this can do for you is to actually substitute for you to help you to make money even when you maybe you can't afford to learn or maybe you don't have time to learn or any other reason, maybe special to you. I don't know, and I don't care to know. But just learn proper risk. Okay, don't over leverage. So if you think you want to trade spike, you want to trade anti spike, okay, this also will help you. Now, some people have been asking and posting and making some stupid comments like it's a demo account. If you follow my uh, you follow me on Telegram, you realize that I focus on volatility 100 and volatility 75. I don't even use indicators. I have the indicators to help people. So I don't majorly use indicator. I do price action. So why did you expect me when I'm talking about indicator for you that I should use a live account? Okay. All right. So let's quickly dive into it for those who will really need it. All right. Like I said on my Telegram and the previous video, I actually have a lot of indicators, a lot, okay, that can actually help you. And if you follow them and use them properly and you don't abuse them, you're going to enjoy how to actually, use it to make money. That's if you don't abuse them. And anything you abuse can actually can have a way of actually paying back for you. All right. So now this is actually a method that you can actually use, like I said, for anyone that you think is suitable for you. Okay, these are the three. The three are the Bollas candle trend, the Bollas colored moving average, and the Bollinger Band. Now, like I used to say, virtually all these indicator is not are not developed by me. I don't own them, and I don't actually take uh, a credit for them. But I just believe if I have access to some things and that can help you to trade, it's good to actually make it available for you. All right. So now these actually will help you to actually understand when you should buy, when you should sell, when it is safe and when it is not safe. Now, the level example state for instance, this is crash 300. So right now you take crash 300 and buy. Now, the only reason why I'm taking Crash 300 are two. The first one is that the color have changed from yellow to green, and the second is that it is above the Bollinger Band. Now, there is a part that personally I will advise you to always consider so that you can be highly profitable if you are using the indicator. I'm not saying that you will not lose at all because if the market spike, you have to cut your losses if you can't hold that spike. Okay, so why I will actually advise is that all always consider the movement, the distance that the market has covered without a spike before it crosses the Bollinger Band. Is it important? Is it necessary? I think it is. Because if the market has moved for a long period of time and it has not yet spiked or the spike are not yet meaningful, probably you are waiting for a reasonable, a meaningful spike. Okay, it's just like it's a little bit late when I was doing it. Yeah, I would have actually started from here and I would have taken just five tick, which is one, two, three, four. The fourth one is the one loading now. And after the fourth one load finish, the fifth one I will close the trade. And another thing that you, if you have been trading boom and crash, you should consider the reaction level. That is where markets reach where there was spike before. If your market is already approaching to those areas, it is ideal that you close the trade. Now I'm using crash 300, and I would have loved to use boom 300 also, for example, but I already exhaust the maximum volume that I can trade on the boom 300. So I won't be able to use the boom 300, but probably I might actually go to the boom 500 or boom 1000. Actually, I might. I did not assure that. But let's quickly look at it. Now, look at it. The first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Now there is a spike. Okay, but if you look at where the spike reached, the spike actually return back to like your entry level. That's make it like the fifth one. Like that's why I was saying that I would have actually exit the trade after this now. And that's also I said earlier that don't also forget that the market can actually make a spike if the market has moved without spike for a long period of time. And if you look at it, the market started from 9231 almost to 933. That is not almost, that is exactly the distance. Market moved 100 pips without spike. You should not say you are not expecting spike. I only hold on, not closing it, just let's see. Now, the reason why I did not close the trade currently now to quickly get out of the trade, like maybe the market might actually affect me by spiking more, is that the color combination, the color that we have when the spike occur really also matters. Now I have a yellow color. The yellow color talks about that the market might spike, but not that very strong. If the color turn, if the color is a red color, I will get out immediately, because that means that I'm expecting another spike, and I will not want that spike to catch me in the market. Now, listening to this, this color, this yellow color might, but it's not in all cases, might actually turn around to become red, but not this precisely. But you might not know. If a little spike happen here now, it's going to be like a reaction, a trigger point for this yellow. And the yellow will not necessarily turn to red on its own, but the next one may not be even as long as that yellow will turn to red. You understand? It's just like the market have multiple spike, and the market is telling you that there will be a spike. Don't forget the reason why I did not close this trade. No, it's not because it's a demo account, but because it color code that I see is yellow. If I see red, I will get out. Now, this will help you when you are trading. Number one is that always consider what I said, the distance that the market has covered without a spike. If you are trading for anti-spike, if you are trading for spike, you should actually also look at how long the market has moved that your spike has happened. Maybe a trading spike. For example, I see spike, 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 spike. I will not expect that I want to enter the trade and another spike will quickly happen, because I've seen multiple spikes that follow each other. So I am not expecting another spike very early. So that means I have to wait for the market to move like a long distance before I actually trade the trade. Okay, that is actually very important. And don't forget, if I'm actually considering that I want to take spike now, like I want to enter for spike, you know, I won't be considering that now, because the market is above the moving average. Now, above the Bollinger Band. The year that it was below the Bollinger Band was what I actually said. The market have done multiple spike. I don't think it is reasonable for you to enter. That's number one. Number two is that there is this line that you need to also consider, that actually before the Bollinger Band, that line, that trend guide is very, very important. Bollinger Band is the last one, but the trend guide is also important. It's the place that is the one that the market will first of all, pass before it passes the Bollinger Band. Now, if you look at the trend now, you see now, I will get out of this type of trade. It's just because I'm even speaking. I would get out of this trade now, because I am expecting that it will be after. Okay, now there might not be spike, but look at the trend guide. This is where I said the trend guide is very important. Now the market is almost moving under the trend guide already. If this trend guide cuts this now, the next thing you will have is that the color will change to red. And once the color change red, we expect the market to drop more. Even though on the higher time frame, this market is expected to sell. Okay, so like I said before, I exit the trade. I did not exit the trade then because it was yellow, but now I exit the trade because it is red. I'm expecting another spike to happen. Don't always forget this fact. Don't forget this fact. Let's go to maybe boom 300 first. So the way I used to do it to quickly save it. Then I will save it with a name. Let me save it as BC. So I've saved it as BC. It will help me anywhere I get to now. I can just use it. So let's go to BC. Okay, there's no boom 300. Yeah, okay. There is, but it's not. It's at the back. So, like I said, the reason why I might not use boom 300 is because I've exhausted all the boom 300 opportunities. So I switch now. Then I'll come here after we have used the color, the BC now. Now you can see now this is the BC. Now let's look at where we talk about sell. Now I'm talking about the spike. That was the first thing I took the other time. I'm talking about the spike also again now. Now if you look at the trend guide here, the trend guide shows that the market has actually turned around, but the color have not changed around this point until around this area that the color change. Okay. Now when the color change, it is also under the Bollinger Band. If you are talking about your 5 tick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now like I said, spike as a call, spike as a call. I'm not really expecting a long spike on time until the market moved. Now the market moved a long distance, then they spike or call. Let's look at the current market now. Let's assume that I want to take the trade. I would have entered the trade right now when the color has changed, and I would have taken my 5 tick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the market is still doing more than 5 tick. So that actually is the concept of how to use it. Number one, if you're trading for boom and you want to trade down to spike, make sure that the market is under the Bollinger Band and the trend guide has changed to red, and you take not more than 5 ticks since you are 1 minute. Don't hold a position for long. Don't hold a position for long. Don't hold a position for long. Once the color changes to your red, take your 5 trade and get out. Okay, look at it here. Let's assume that I'm talking about buying. There was the spike that caught it above, and after the spike, the color is still red. Then the next spike happens. Then if you look at it, the color changes, and there was a next spike. And if you look at it, first, second, let's say you have missed the spike naturally, and you want to jump into the trade because the color have changed and because it's above the Bollinger Band, it would be foolishness. Like I said, you are trading anti-spike. You are trading spike rather. Multiple spike has occurred. The best to do is to wait for the market to correct and possibly to actually give another impression, and you can enter. Now, if you have not jumped into that type of trade, you will not be losing because you've seen the first, second, the third. If you calculate the movement from here to here, it's about 200 pips. Market that has covered over about 200 pips with just 3 spikes, and you still want to jump into it to actually give you another spike. That is not going to happen. That may not happen, and because of that, I don't think you want to base your equity on probability of what you know that it may not. Okay, but if you look at the trend guide on 5 minute time frame now, you can see the color changes around this area to red, and it changes again here, meaning that the market might actually react and spike up. But don't forget, the market is just finding its way below the Bollinger Band. So we expect the market to go all the way below the Bollinger Band, spike all the way up to touch the Bollinger Band again, and possibly from there the color could change again to red. Then we start selling. That's on 5 minutes. If you're using 5 minutes, also you're looking like 5 tick. You're looking like 3 to 5 tick normally of 5 minutes. That means you're expecting market to move for 15 minutes without spike. So you will not want to jump into the trade now. But that is a little information Another information that you will pay attention to is this, is the aspect of the color that you are having, which I have said that earlier. Now, I make a close on that crash 300 because the color changed to red. Don't also forget here, there was a spike here, there was a spike here, but when the market started here, we have a red color. Now, let's assume that I want to take risk. I can jump into the trade right here. That I know it's a risk, because why I'm using the word risk is that the color here is not red. Here is not below Bollinger, it's just about to be. But the color here is red, it's not yellow. If the color is yellow as it's going down, then that will tell me that that market is not strong bearish. But because it is red, I can jump into the trade and hope that, okay, after the first one, then I'll take 3 tick, 1, 2, 3, then I'll jump in. Now, the reason why we not go for 5 tick is what you know already, and that is the fact that this market is not actually a sell market completely yet. Now you can see now we have a yellow, and if we have been looking at the 3 tick, the third tick was where the spike happens, then I would have closed the trade quickly now so that I don't lose, because I'm expecting that there might be another spike. I'm not saying there will be, but there might be. Okay, that is on 5 minutes. Like I said, you can use it for both spike and anti-spike. Now, depends on you, depends on you, depends on you. But I think majorly the best way to use indicator like this is to use it for anti-spike. No, you want to quickly get in, get out, not like spike that you are waiting for the market to really spike. And if you're on the lower time frame, you might not know the overall trend of the market, and that is very important. Now, okay, that is just it. Now, what I will expect you to do is simple. Just like the video, make comments so that the video can like go viral, so that those who also need it can find it. And you don't need to ask me, you know the name of the three indicator now: the Bola candle trend, the Bola's color, and the Bollinger Band. This is the Bollinger Band. So I will post the video and the those indicator in the file folder on Telegram. You just go there, pick the three. There are many other indicators there. You can download everything there. Then when I have time, I will do the video. Then you will understand what they are meant for. But this one, you find it. So just please like the video. No, make no comments on the video. Just go to the Telegram and Telegram file folder. You will see it there. That's this where you find it under this video. Then you pick it up from that place and you will use it. Now, like I told you, you can see that the market spike again, because I know the market might still spike naturally, because the conditions are not completely right for a sell of 5 minutes now. So we're expecting a spike, and if you go to 1 minute, you will see color is now green, telling you that there might be another spike. And all you're waiting for is the market to turn, for this to turn around to be green. Once this turn around to be green, you're expecting that the next spike will happen. Then you can catch that spike. Okay. And most times what you should expect is that the market should have actually done and to spike a little bit before another spike will happen. All right. So please, like I said, like the video, comment. If you're not a subscriber before, subscribe. Then go to the my file folder on Telegram and actually pick it. You can join the general Telegram page. Is also the link is also there. I will post signals once in a while there, and also for the academy now. If you follow us before, we realize that we have a lot of programs, but we shrink all the program to just copy trading for currency, and MAM for currency, and account management. Now the other thing we do is just academy. Now under the academy, you have free access to mentorship. You have, and it's live. You have, as in for it's for life. Okay, you have free access to mentorship. You have free access to VIP signals, like all the analysis will be posted on the same academy page, and you have access to training. The training will, for the April batch, will start April 1st, and we end ending of June. You will be certified at the end of the training. and you'll be able to on the platform, analyze, take trade. And the charges, that one-time payment is just $30. So once you make the $30 payment, you have free access for life. You understand? So that is actually what we actually offer right now. And we expect if you're interested, you can actually reach out to us using the link, the personal handle here, and reach out. And the payment for the uh, April batch will actually close 31st of March. That means few days from now it will close. So, and you have free access to everything like to special indicators. You have free access to premium indicators. The indicators are robots that we purchase by ourselves or that our developer develop for us. You have free access to them free of charge. You won't have to pay a dime for anything again. Okay, so that's just it. But if you're not a subscriber, what is more important is that please click on the subscribe button and make sure you like the video, whether you're a subscriber or you're not a subscriber. You are doing other people a favor to actually make the video go viral so that they can actually find the video and have free access to all these things. They don't have to pay, they get it free of charge and they can use it. You don't know how much it can help somebody. You don't know. Yeah, if you followed the simple instruction, you would have seen that we'll take trades today, make money with the same boom and crash. Okay, we would have taken the trade, the crash 300. I show you that the market might spike and it spike, so we would have closed earlier. The boom 300, I expect that also it will spike and it leaves, so we would have also closed earlier. It's just something that could have helped you so much. Okay, that will help you if you don't know are not vast in forex or you just like to trade boom and crash alone and you have been looking for how you can do it. Now, but let me quickly say this as I wrap up. Please, this particular video, this indicator is meant for system. Many people come back and tell me they have on a phone. All right, this is not useful on your phone. It's useless. So it is your PC that you can use it on. Any PC, whether Mac or not. Okay, just one you have to have PC that you download the MetaTrader 5 on, and you can't use it on MetaTrader 4. You can only use it on MetaTrader 5. I'm saying this some people say, people supposed to know. I also thought many people supposed to know, but with assumption, that is an assumption. It's better to make people know what they're supposed to know and never assume they know it. Okay, so that is why I needed to understand that. Okay, so thank you, love you, see you guys in the next video.